Yo, what's going on? So let's chat. Now the title is half clickbait, half not. I'm not quitting the game. I want to, but I'm not going to. But I think it's time to stop whaling. Now for me, whaling is buying raw packs to plus 10 something out of the gate. When I say stop whaling, that doesn't necessarily mean I'm going to stop spending money on the game. Like, for example, I still bought those Formasoul packs. Because, like, I still want to have fun with the game. But unfortunately, my version of having fun includes spending money. I'll show you what I get. Oh, well, hold on. That's an entirely other thing. But, let's take a look-see here. So, Hall of Forms, right? I do have something, like, a serious thing I want to talk about. But we'll get it. The TLDR for people who don't want to watch the whole video is I'm not quitting. But my feeling on the game is the game sucks ass and I need to make my own fun. There, that's the TLDR. I'll get more in depth on that later on. But for something fun, let's take a look at the Hall of Forms here. That's not... Why can't I find it? Oh my goodness, okay. So, Hall of Forms. So I guess I'm going to get three of these things, right? So I'm going to get Micaiah. There's the Micaiah I built up. I want to get Lucia. I'm still hunting some more skills for her. I think low-key, I like fortifications a lot on her. And also low-key, I think I kind of might prefer Bulwark to Spike Wall for the healing. Because I envision myself using this Lucia for like a solo PvE character for like limited battles more than anything else. So like that's why I like the healing on the Bulwark. But, if Spike Wall Excel show up, then maybe. And then Joffrey. Joffrey's one of my favorite characters from just Tellius in general. So, like, I gotta get my mans. I already have a pretty invested Jeffrey. He's only +1 at the moment. I suppose. Well, actually, he's +0. I'm sitting on a merge or 2. But this'll definitely make him merged up. But I already have a slightly invested Jeffrey. Like, mine has, like, distant attack speed, solo, flow, something or other. I think it's the one that heals, the flow refresh one. And then he has incited. But this is an opportunity to expand on his investment. So we got Excel, Momentum, Shadow Shift. This be pretty cool. Well, he already has, my Joffrey already has no quarter, so that's why he has Ruptured Sky here. So, yeah, so that's fun. Binding Worlds. These are the characters I took from Binding Worlds. So, like, I had, like, some other... so, like, I had the Ymir build. Like, I had a Ymir pop up that had, like, Detect and Barricade. And if that had showed up, like, 9 days ago, I would have been pretty pumped. But I could give a fuck now. I wanna play this game, like... For characters that I actually like, for favorite characters, I want to have fun with this game again. And to do that, I need to make my own fun, because this game sucks donkey dick. So I picked some flavor picks this time around. I got a Mia. So I got 30 Dragon Flowers out of that. Pretty sweet. Sweet build, too. Shout out to this person. Sorry, I don't know how to read that language, but shout out to you. This Mia is fucking awesome. I was hoping... I had one show up earlier on, and she had, like, the Dart Blow Echo, whatever it's called. And not quite this build. It had, like, Flare Sparrow instead, and, like, something else, whatever. I was like, maybe if a Mia shows up that doesn't... that I was gonna say doesn't suck, because that build honestly wasn't great. But I was like, if a Mia shows up that has, like, Sly Sparrow and, like, Potent Disarm and, like, maybe, I don't know... Pulse Smog, I'll pick that up. Now, this doesn't have Pulse Smog, but Lookout Force is good. I would prefer Pulse Smog, but it has most of what I wanted, and the Trace Echo is pretty big, so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get that. Now, this one was... Oh, God, dude, I love Shez. When I saw this, I was like, oh, fuck, I might have to get that. That's kind of sick. So, shout out to Jewel Knight. Your Shez is amazing. I'm glad there's other Shez enjoyers out there. God, Shez is my man, dude. So yeah, this is pretty sick. I could not get this. You know what I'm saying? Dude, you need a background. You need a background. Doesn't suck. You want to be on a boat? You want to be next to a tree? Looks a little chilly out there. Here? Here? There? What looks good? Tree? Let's go with tree. Tree? 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 Boat? He's on a boat. Okay, cool. So there. Now, let's get into it. So, as you've all probably know... Oh, God, this stupid thing. Yeah, we'll talk about that, too. So, as y'all probably know, I've had some feelings of disdain towards this game for some time now. And I've never spoken this, but I've always had this, like, I don't want to call it a rule. I always impose rules on myself, even in real life. I don't know why I do it. I just do it. But I had this thing in the back of my head where it's like, hey, if I ever, like, D-rank from Summoner Duels, maybe that's when I'll stop playing this game. I straight up and down did not play Summoner Duels S this time around. I could give a fuck. I really could. Dude, Summoner Duels sucks. I hate what it does to me. It makes me feel anxious. It stresses me the fuck out. It takes so much of my goddamn time. Like, no. I just said no. No, no, and no. Usually when I play Summoner Duels, I'm at work. And it's fine, you know. I have downtime. I'm kind of getting paid to do this. Fine. I'll spend the time to do this bullshit. But see... This year's been a little busy for me, and I haven't used any of my vacation yet, and the fiscal year is almost over. So my boss came to me and was like, yo, you still have like 150 hours vacation to use by the end of March. I was like, word? Okay, fine. So basically I used the whole year, I used all my vacation in February and March, essentially. So this time around, SDS rolled around on a weekend where I wasn't working. Like I had like, I don't know, I think I had a stretch of like 7 or 8 days off at that point in time. And I was thinking to myself, dude, I have to make 4 teams. I have to practice an opener with those 4 teams. And then I have to play. I'm talking about 3 hours minimum here. Like, full focus, nothing in the background. I gotta, like, lock in and pay attention to shit. I'm like, I don't want to spend 3 hours of my leisure time doing this shit. And honestly, it'd probably be more than that, right? So I was like... And then I had this existential crisis where I was like, I was having a shower, and I was really thinking about, this is so fucking stupid that this is what I was thinking about, like, and I was in the shower, and I started having this existential crisis, like, bro, if I'm not gonna play, like, competitively, what's the point of even playing? Like, why play Fire Emblem Heroes if I'm not even gonna play Summoner Duels, right? Like, what am I doing? What am I doing, really? What am I actually doing? That was a real question, not about the... Anyways. So, another day goes by. I think it's Sunday by this point. And I was like, you know, I could just do the one win where, like, if I lose, that doesn't matter because I have Ira, I have the bonus unit. Dude, I didn't even want to do that. I was so, like... I want to say depressed. I don't know if that's the right word, but I was so, like... I don't want to say defeated either. What's the word here? Hold on. I need to think about... Demoralized is what I'm looking for. Like, I was so demoralized at that point. I was like, I'm checking out. I don't care. I'm not playing SDS. Fuck it. So I kind of bartered with myself. Like, maybe I can just keep that rule for SDR because SDR is 1 team and 1 opening practice. Like, it's significantly less time. So I was like, maybe I could just do SDR instead. But it still stresses me out, and it still makes me feel anxious, and I hate that. So, like, maybe I was like, dude, I don't know. Maybe I just don't want to play Summoner Duels, period. Like, I hate how it makes me feel. I hate what it does to me. I just don't want to do it. So, then I had to really think long and hard about what I want to do with this game. Do I want to keep playing? Yes, I do. I really do. And it's not about the amount of time and money I have invested in the game. I actually, before Summoner Duels, like, take Summoner Duels out of the game, I do genuinely enjoy playing this game. Summoner Duels, fuck Summoner Duels. But, like, I enjoy ether raids. Ether raids can piss me off sometimes because I make silly mistakes, but I do still enjoy playing ether raids. Arena, I'll always like arena. Like, even before I became a whale, I enjoyed arena. I just like it. I don't like. I saw it as an opportunity to build a new character. Like, I would pick a bonus unit that I didn't have built up, or like maybe that I had highly merged but I didn't have invested, and I would like give him a new build, and I would go to town, and that was really fun for me. But then, you tread the dark path of evil, and like, for example, I didn't make an arena run last week, and I think even the week before, because it was just the exact same team. It was Ira, Ninian, Haythrun, and Lucina. It would be the exact same. It'd be the same matchups, the same maps, the same everything. So I was like, what's the point of releasing like the same video? Like, then that's how it is. The cycle with new legends that I plus 10. That's how it is. I'll be excited for the first one. But then I'll quickly realize, I'm like, it's going to be the exact same team for like the next 4 weeks. That's boring. so, yeah. Fast forward to this bitch. Dude, I was so demoralized at the point, like, when her trailer, I wasn't paying attention to any news. I didn't even know that we got the update notification last night. I was, like, so out of it. I wasn't paying attention to Faye at all. Couldn't give a fuck. That being said, I am excited for the Elamine remix and refine. That'll be cool. The other refines are kind of weak. A little bit weak sauce. I think the Lewin refine on what's her name will be cool because I randomly have her like plus 8 or 9, so maybe I'll be interested in that. But anyway, I digress, okay? Sakura sucks ass. And by that I mean she's really good. She's insanely good. I don't use this term a lot, but I believe it for her. She's broken. She's stupid. I hate her. And I'm not going to pull her. I'm not. I don't fucking care. I'm not doing it. I just plus 10 to Ira. And that's the other thing that I'm like struggling with is the fatigue in this game, right? You have to constantly change your team. Like, this mostly pertains to Summer Duels as another big reason why I don't want to play Summer Duels. And it stems from my laziness. You have to change your teams every single event. Every single SDS, every SDR, you have to change your teams because something new has come around. There's been new skills, new characters. You gotta change it, or you're just not gonna do well. Maybe you can. Some people do. But for the most part, you have to conform to a certain meta. And that includes changing your teams around. And it sucks. You're constantly pulling for new shit. You're constantly changing out your your old new best characters for new best characters. Like, dude, the cycle of power creep in this game is so obscene compared to every other game I've played. It's like, it's actually wild, dude. Like, every 2 weeks there's something new. How are we okay with this? Oh God. Anyways, but it's not just the fact, like, it's mostly the idea of like I have to change something like so frequently, and I just don't want to do it anymore. I'm just burnt out. I'm tired. No, no, bad IS. So to that degree, I'm not gonna do it. I won't do it. Like, the fact that she completely nullifies Canto Control is so absurdly stupid. They implemented Canto Control to balance the game. And now that they're saying are bad? Maybe we shouldn't have done that? We're gonna unbalance? Hello? Like, what? No! That's so dumb. That's so fucking dumb. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So, yeah. I'm not okay with this. I'm really, really not okay with this. My wife is happy. Sakura is actually one of my wife's absolute favorite characters. I think the only character she likes more than Sakura is Leo. So she was incredibly excited. She doesn't know what she does. I think she still doesn't really comprehend what she does as a character. She just knows she's strong and she's happy she exists. And I'm happy for her. That's awesome. But I'm not happy that this look, the fact that Legendary Sakura exists, cool, fine, whatever. I'm not okay with the salvage effect. The salvage effect is fucking bullshit. If you got rid of the salvage effect, I would be fine with this character. But she has it, so I'm not. God fucking damn it. Alright. So, anyways, yeah. I'm not pulling on this. Like, yeah. I think the only way they're going to get me to pull on these month-end banners from here on out is, like, it has to be a character I actually want and like. And that's the other thing. I was like, what am I going to do vis-a-vis summoning in this game from now on? Like, if I'm not going to pull for everything anymore, like, what am I going to pull for? Am I just not going to pull? Well, no, because that's not how this game works. So, should I just focus on Tellius characters? Well, there are characters outside of the Tellius games that I actually like, such as Diamant, for example, Shez, Byleth. Like, I have favorites from other games. I don't want to only focus on Tellius, despite that being my favorite game of all the Fire Emblem. So, like, what do I do? I was like, even if there is a character I want to get off these banners, is it worth, like, sparking them? Like, doing the 1 and 3? It's like, I don't think it is. I think the only time I should be pulling on these banners is, like, if I have, like, a merge project, maybe. Like, it would have to be, like, I have, like, a short list of characters in my head. So, like, for example, if they released, like, a legendary Zelgius, I would probably go pretty ham on that. For example, right? If they released, like, a mythic Digincia, I would probably go pretty ham on that. For example, right? But, like, if they released, like, for example, a legendary Leo, I don't think I would fucking care, you know? I'd probably skip that banner too. It's not worth, and like, for example, if there's, like, a rearm I really want to get for fodder, like, say, Hector, it's not worth going through the 1 and 3. Like, for example, I really want to get Dagger, because I regret not putting Repo Gate on, like, what's one of my fodder factories. But, like, it's not worth going into the 1 and 3, you know what I mean? And I'm not going to do a whole ass spark just to get one copy of her. Like, so, I think for month-end banners, that's where it's at. I'm going to skip them unless it's, like, someone I actually want and care about. And then, for regular banners, let's talk about seasonal banners. Seasonal banners I've always hated. I've always hated what they, like, the idea they brought to the game. Like, this is a limited characters, you got to get them, like, whatever. I mean, every game has limited characters. That's not what I have an issue with. What I have an issue with is, like, putting them in, like, summer, like swimsuits, like, bride dresses, fucking, like, I don't really vibe with that. Like, I think that's really stupid, but it is what it is, right? I mean, I don't hate all of them. Like, there are certain ones, like the Yukata ones or, like, the desert ones are less, like, infinitely less stupid, but, like, I still don't necessarily vibe with those banners, despite having plus 10s of them. Like, the Ninja banner, I think, is probably my favorite, because it's like, it makes the most sense of any of them. But I digress for now from that. Obviously, if it's, like, a character I like, maybe. But, see, there was an Ike, right? Ike is one of my favorite characters of all time. But I didn't really give a fuck about that Ike that was on that Johanna banner. Like, I really didn't care. Like, I pulled one literally so I could fodder him for the new Times Pulse. That's it. That's actually it. That's all I cared about. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know why I didn't vibe with that Ike so much. I just didn't. I can't explain it. It's ineffable. It can't be explained. I don't know why. I didn't. So, yeah, and then with, like, other banners, like, for example, is the banner still here? Can I talk about it? Yeah, so the Yunaka, like, I summoned on it. I did 1 spark. 1. I'm not doing 2. And this is, like, I didn't want to make a video for it, man. Like, I was just feeling bummed out. I was like, I just don't want to fucking record. I mean, I'm not saying I'll never record a summon session again, but I'm just saying, like, for this here, I just didn't feel like it. So, but the only reason I pulled on this, and I was going to skip it, but I decided, like, I think it's worth pulling for, like, new skills if it's going to increase the power of, like, a character I already have, right? So, like, I wasn't necessarily pulling for Yunaka's cat, although that was something I did want previously. And I did get a Yunaka, to be clear. I got a Yunaka, I got the cat, cool. But what I did with that pull was not specifically for the cat, although I got it. You see my Alear up here has the cat. I pulled for the Nell because I wanted my Alear to have edge scales. And edge scales makes Legend Alear like way better than he is without it. Like, he needs NFU, but he also needs some extra damage piercing, right? So, like, what was I using on him before? I don't even honestly remember. Null Sea Disrupt. I think I just kept Bulwark on him. But, like, he needs NFU. And, like, this skill is so loaded. Like, it has true damage, it has NFU, it has, like, phantom speed. Like, it has DR, I think. Like, this skill is just stupid. So, like, I really wanted that for Alear. So I felt like that was worth pulling for. And so I did. And so that wraps up summoning, I think. I will do my free pull on this, and then that'll be it. Do I want a free pull colorless? Honestly, I'd rather get a Layla than a Sakura. And if I did get a Sakura, no cap, I'm foddering her ass to duplicate these skills. Like, no cap. If I knew I'd get a dagger, I'd just free pull a red. But yeah, let's go in. See what we get. Reds and colorless. Okay, well, I guess we'll go with the colorless. See what we get. We get a Leonardo. Cool. It's actually not bad, right? Doesn't he have, like, attack res finish or some shit? Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's that. We got a Leonardo. So that's it. I'm not getting Sakura. So that brings me to my next thing. Arena. Oh, man, am I excited for Arena now. So now that I like confirmed for sure I'm not going to have Sakura, so I don't have her as that bonus character for Arena, I am really excited for Arena. Because let me show you what I'm cooking up for my Arena run next week. And I will absolutely make an Arena video next week. This is the team. I'm going to use bonus Olwyn. I'm going back to my roots. So, I'm going to give her some Dragon Flowers, and I'm going to give her a build that will allow her to kill something. It'll be fun. It's going to be a lot of fun. I'm probably going to use Alear. I guess if it... I don't know what the other season is going to be. Like, I don't necessarily have to use an Earth Legendary. I'd probably use Alear, but if it rolls over and it's, like, still water season, maybe I'll use Ira instead so that, like, I get that potent support. But, like, so I'm looking at this, I'm like, so getting Olwyn a kill aside, like, I still need to be able to deal with snakes. So that's why, like, Hathrun is here. I wanted Lucina here so that she could have, like, NFU and Kanto without needing to rely on a ring and or, like, Speed Wave, something like that, right? But, and, like, I went through the arena calculator. I don't necessarily need 2 + 10 legends. I can actually have 1 legend and 2 duos, and it scores the same using Olwyn. So, and I don't even need a green dual cav 4 on Olwyn. Like, my 2 duos plus my legend, I guess they're just new enough and they score high enough that she doesn't need the green dual. Like, I score, like, as high as 776, which is pretty good. So, all that being said, I am once again excited to do Arena. And it's all thanks to deciding to skip Sakura. And yeah, that's that. Sorry for if this was all a little too negative. But that's just how I've been feeling lately. That's why there's been a lack of videos from me lately. I just haven't been feeling it. But when the new week rolls over, I am genuinely excited to do the arena run with Olwyn. Like, I am very excited to do that. That's going to be a lot of fun. And other than that, you will still get some videos, summon videos from me. Albeit less frequently. And I don't know, you may not see +10 stuff from me anymore. You know I kind of made that niche for myself where I'm the giant whale that +10s things, but I think I'm stepping away from that, man. You might not see that kind of stuff from me anymore. Like I said, if there's like a Legend Zelgius, then I might come back and +10 that Zelgius. If there's like, I'll say, like, if they released a version of Volk, like, would I plus 10 it? And I think the answer is no, right? Like, because the Volk I want him to be, like, an attuned character so that he can use an Echo skill, but also have really strong PRF skills and a PRF weapon. I guess, yeah, so I'd want him to be attuned to that point. But I don't think that means I'd plus 10 him. I just think that means I get him and I have him. And then, like, if he color shares, like, on a month-end banner with something that I decide to get merges on, then I'll get merges on him that way, too. Or whenever his banner reruns, I'll just spark for copies of him, right? But anyways, that's a hypothetical that doesn't exist right now. I'm just throwing ideas out there for what I may decide to do. Anyways, thanks for hearing me out. Sorry if it was a little doomsday-y. I didn't mean for it to come off that way. Like I said, I am still going to play the game just in a different way. In a more fun way. You know what I mean? So anyways, that's that. Thank you all so very much for watching, hearing me out, and continuing to stick around if you so choose. Like I said, channel's going to be taking a different, a little bit of a pivot, if you will. So if you followed me because I'm a giant whale, well, no hard feelings if you want to unfollow. You know what I'm saying? All right. Peace out, y'all. Catch you in the next one.